वो भी जांच कर। हो गया इंतजाम। पगार एडवांस में भेजिए।
आरबीआई कहता है
सही वित्तीय बर्ताव करे आपका बचाव।
Good evening and welcome to Doordarshan Kendra Kohima. I'm Ila Susan with the news. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi marks 1,000 years of Somnath's resilience, hails temple as symbol of India's unbroken spirit. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh commissions ICGS Samudra Pratap, India's first indigenous pollution control vessel. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan says NCC has consistently nurtured generations of responsible and patriotic citizens. And Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan says Viksit Bharat J. Ramji Act has been brought to bring transparency in earlier MGN Rega scheme. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the Somnath Temple's survival over the past 1,000 years reflects the country's indomitable civilizational spirit. He said Somnath Temple continues to stand tall despite repeated attacks and also immense adversity. In an op-ed marking the historic milestone of 1,000 years since the first attack on the Somnath Temple in the year 1026, the Prime Minister said hearing the word Somnath instills a sense of pride in people's hearts and minds. He said it is the eternal proclamation of the country's soul, and this majestic temple is situated on the western coast of the country in Gujarat at a place called Prabhas Patan. Lauding the efforts of those who contributed to the restoration of the Somnath Temple, the Prime Minister said that another important milestone would be completed in 2026, marking 75 years since the restored temple was opened to devotees. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also highlighted that the world is looking at India with hope and optimism and wants to invest in its innovative youngsters. He said India's art, culture, music and several festivals are going global, while yoga and Ayurveda are making a worldwide impact by promoting healthy living. He pointed out that solutions to some of the most pressing global challenges are also emerging from the country.
One such milestone completes 75 years in 2026. On May 11th in the year 1951, the restored temple opened its doors to devotees. The story of Somnath is defined by the unbreakable courage of crores of children of Bharat Mata. Each time the temple was attacked, great men and women stood up to defend it.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh commissioned the Indian Coast Guard's ICG's first indigenously designed and built pollution control vessel, Samudra Pratap, in Goa today. The vessel will serve as a critical platform for enforcing marine pollution control regulations, maritime law enforcement, search and rescue operations, and safeguarding the country's exclusive economic zone. As the first indigenously developed pollution control vessel with over 70% domestic content, it features a helicopter hangar to extend its operational reach. At the commissioning of Samudra Pratap, the Defence Minister hailed the vessel as a symbol of the country's collective resolve and maritime confidence. Singh emphasized that protecting marine biodiversity is a moral responsibility in the face of climate change, noting that the ship will safeguard coral reefs and coastal communities as well. The minister urged the industry to aim for 90% indigenization in future projects. Built by Goa Shipyard Limited, this 114-meter hybrid pollution control vessel is a powerhouse of Atmanirbhar Bharat. It is designed to detect and recover oil spills, featuring advanced sweeping arms and dynamic positioning to protect the country's exclusive economic zone. The Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan today said that the National Cadet Corps has played a commendable role during Operation Sindoor. Radhakrishnan said this while addressing the NCC Republic Day Parade Camp 2026 in New Delhi. Highlighting the success of Operation Sindoor, Radhakrishnan said the operation shows the country's resolve to protect its national honor, sovereignty and people. He said the NCC, with its motto, unity and discipline, has consistently nurtured generations of responsible and patriotic citizens. He said that NCC, which is the largest uniformed youth organization of the world, has evolved manifold since the time of its rise. Radhakrishnan congratulated NCC cadets for their achievements in mountaineering, adventure activities, youth exchange programs and disaster relief efforts, also including their service during the Wayanad floods in Kerala. He also praised initiatives like Punit Sagar Abhiyan, Ek Pet Maa Ke Naam, Nasha Mukti Abhiyan and Har Ghar Tiranga. The Vice President said NCC is also preparing youth for emerging domains such as cyber and drone technologies with the establishment of a remote pilot training academy. He appreciated the NCC officers and instructors for their commitment to nurturing young minds and strengthening national character. The Vice President expressed confidence that NCC cadets will remain at the forefront of nation building and social responsibility. Radhakrishnan also urged the cadets participating in the NCC Republic Day Camp 2026 to uphold discipline, patriotism and service to the nation. Agriculture and Farmer Welfare Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has said that the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin Viksit Bharat G Ramji Act has been brought to bring transparency in the earlier MGN-Rega scheme. Addressing farmers at Erode in Tamil Nadu today, the minister said the scheme has been extended to 125 days for the beneficiaries. The minister assured that payments under the scheme will reach the beneficiaries on time. The minister said that if the amount is not paid to the beneficiaries within 15 days of their employment, legal action would be taken under the rule of law. He said that the rural infrastructure will be strengthened so that the farmers will continue to benefit. And now let's go for a short break.
बिजली का बिल, किराना, स्कूल फीस सब हो गया। बन गया बजट? हाँ, 5,000 बच गए। तो नई साड़ी ले ले? ना, पिछले महीने तो ली थी। एक और? नहीं, पहले बजट बनाओ, फिर छोटी-छोटी बचत को बैंक में सेव करो और पैसों को बढ़ते देखो। बढ़िया। जाओ भाई।
आरबीआई कहता है,
वित्तीय समझदारी समृद्ध नारी।
Welcome back. Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah today celebrated Pongal with party workers at Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu. The cultural event was organized by the state BJP unit titled Nama Uru Modi Pongal, in which thousands of women participated. The Home Minister was given a Purna Kumbh honor at the event. The Home Minister paid obeisance to the threshold for denying bail under UAPA applied to Khalid and Imam. The case relates to allegations that the accused were masterminds of the February 2020 riots in northeast Delhi, in which 53 people were killed during protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act and National Register of Citizens. Moving on, the Delhi High Court today asked the Central Bureau of Investigation to respond to RJD leader Lalu Prasad Yadav's plea challenging the framing of charges against him in the alleged IRCTC scam. The court has refused to stay the trial at this stage. The matter is scheduled for further hearing on the 14th of this month. In the case, charges were framed in October last year against Lalu Prasad Yadav, his wife Rabri Devi, son Tejaswi Yadav, and 11 others for alleged cheating, criminal conspiracy and corruption. The second Khelo India Beach Games is set to begin today at the Gogla Beach in Diu. More than 2,100 athletes will participate in 8 different sports of the Beach Games, which has been organized by the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. The Games will be held between the 5th and 10th of January under the technical supervision of the Sports Authority of India and National Sports Federations. The 6 medal sports will be beach soccer, beach beach volleyball, beach sepak takraw, beach kabaddi, pencak silat, and open water swimming. Malakhamb and tug of war will be non-medal events. The Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, said that Khelo India Beach Games is in keeping with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision to create a culture of sports so that our youth can become healthy citizens.
और दीव कर रहे हैं। 10 जनवरी तक होने वाले इन खेलों में 2100 से अधिक खिलाड़ी 8 स्पर्धाओं में हिस्सा लेंगे। इनमें बीच फुटबॉल, बीच वॉलीबॉल, बीच सेपक टकरॉ, बीच कबड्डी, पेंचक सिलाट और ओपन वाटर स्विमिंग 6 पदक वाले खेल हैं। वहीं मलखंब और रस्साकशी गैर पदक स्पर्धाएं होंगी। युवा कार्यक्रम और खेल मंत्री डॉक्टर मनसुख मांडविया ने कहा कि खेलो इंडिया बीच गेम्स प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के खेलों को बढ़ावा देने के दृष्टिकोण के अनुरूप हैं। इस आयोजन का उद्देश्य भारत में बीच स्पोर्ट्स संस्कृति को बढ़ावा देना, युवाओं को खेलों से जोड़ना और देश की खेल प्रतिभाओं को एक नया मंच प्रदान करना है।
And now let's take a look at the weather reports of the district headquarters of Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 5 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 6 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 14 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 2 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 5 degrees Celsius. Phek had a maximum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 3 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And to end the news, here's a recap of our top stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi marks 1,000 years of Somnath's resilience, hails temple as symbol of India's unbroken spirit. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh commissions ICGS Samudra Pratap, India's first indigenous pollution control vessel. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan says NCC has consistently nurtured generations of responsible and patriotic citizens. And Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan says Viksit Bharat Ji Ramji Act has been brought to bring transparency in earlier MGN-Rega scheme. And with this, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.